Some places don't fall apart when you leave. They wait. They wait until you're ready to come back. Have you ever felt that way about a place from your past? For me, it was my childhood village, a small dot on a map I hadn't looked at in years. Life in this city was a whirlwind of deadlines, expectations, and the constant pressure to be more, to do more. I was so busy building a future that I'd completely forgotten where I came from. But a part of me, a quiet, tired part, yearned for stillness. So, I went back. The village was mostly as I remembered, but one thing stood out. The old house at the edge of the field. Everyone said it should have collapsed by now. It had been empty for decades, a forgotten relic against the sky. Yet, there it stood, weathered but whole, as if it had been waiting for someone. Curiosity pulled me toward it, my feet moving before my mind could object. The front door creaked open with a gentle push, not the stubborn resistance I expected. Inside, it was like stepping into a sunbeam. Dust motes danced in golden shafts of light pouring through the grimy windows, creating a scene that felt sacred, not abandoned. The air was still, but it wasn't cold. There was a strange, gentle warmth to the rooms, a feeling of being held. I walked through the familiar layout, my hand tracing the patterns on the dusty wallpaper. My reflection in a clouded mirror showed a stranger, a tired woman with lines of worry etched around her eyes. I didn't recognize her. I decided to stay for a few days, just to see. I didn't plan to clean or fix anything. I just wanted to be there, to breathe in the silence. But something strange started to happen. The house seemed to wake up around me. The floorboards would creak softly under my feet, not like a complaint, but like a gentle greeting. Curtains I hadn't touched would sway as if a breeze had passed through, even when the windows were shut. It wasn't spooky. It was comforting, like the house was stretching after a long sleep. I spent my mornings sitting by the window, watching the world without a screen in front of my face. In the afternoons, I'd wander through the overgrown garden. As I walked the forgotten paths, I noticed new life. Tiny green shoots were pushing through the packed earth. A rose bush I thought was long dead had a single, perfect bud unfurling its petals. The more time I spent there, the more the house and garden seemed to come alive, mirroring a change that was happening inside me. The silence wasn't empty. It was filled with echoes of memories I thought I had lost. The faint scent of my grandmother's baking seemed to linger in the kitchen. I remembered sitting on the porch steps, drawing in a sketchbook for hours, with no goal other than the joy of creating. I remembered the girl who loved staring at clouds, who wasn't in a hurry, who didn't feel the need to prove her worth to anyone. She had been left here, in this house, safe and sound. The house didn't speak. It didn't offer advice or judgment. It simply held the space. It held my memories, my laughter, my childhood tears, and it held me now, in my exhausted, adult form. It asked for nothing in return. Each day I stayed, I felt a weight lifting from my shoulders. It was the weight of performance, of pretending, of being someone I thought I was supposed to be. I started to sleep through the night without the anxious buzzing in my head. I started to smile at my reflection again, seeing a glimmer of the girl I used to know. This experience taught me something profound. You don't lose yourself forever. Sometimes, when life gets too hard, you just leave parts of yourself somewhere safe. You leave them in a favorite song, in the pages of a beloved book, or in the quiet rooms of an old house. You leave them there until you're strong enough to go back and reclaim them. The journey back to yourself isn't always about moving forward. Sometimes, it's about returning to the places that have been patiently waiting for you all along. If you feel lost, maybe there's a place waiting for you, a place where you can just be, and slowly, gently, remember who you are. Thank you for listening to my story. If this resonated with you, consider subscribing for more reflections on finding our way back to ourselves.